All right.
Correct.
Turning on screen share now. All right. So I got the template and I could edit the column names. So I edited one, just one. So
Can you wait? Can you zoom in a little more?
oh fuck. Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Is that good?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll
Okay.
do.
Do you prefer these letters? I think it's good enough.
SABCDE ghost tier
Mm.
question
And
mark.
then here's question mark here. So if you want to go through all these, there's mobile games and there's DS games, and there's Call of Duty Mobile and there's Call of Duty Legend. What I don't even know what the fuck all these are.
I don't know what half these
What the
are
fuck is
either.
that Infinite Warfare one?
I have no
And then
idea what that one
here,
even
I'll
is.
just here. I've played the Wii version. Okay, I'll put that back because I've played the Wii version, the monitor one, so I'll put that back in the list.
Okay,
And
all
there's
right, all
there's the
right.
shitty PSP game. And
Yeah, we
there's
don't
Call
care.
of Duty. I think Call of Duty Heroes was the Clash of Clans ripoff. And
Yeah, I
there's
think
Big
so
Red
as
One,
well.
and but Call of Duty 2 is already down here. All right. So
All
I
right,
think
here
we're
we
gonna I
go.
think we're gonna start
Tier
off with
list time.
like I said, Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3. I think just C tier, middle of the road. They're all right. They're all right.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mhm.
Wow, we already severely disagree.
Okay.
Holy guacamole. Hey, Call of Duty 1, from what I remember, was the only one that had health packs, I'm pretty sure.
I can't.
Thing, right?
I've the only version I've played is the PS3 like remaster, so I can't remember if they did changes to the health
I
system.
think I think Call of Duty 2 was the first one that had changes to the health system,
It
which
might be.
shifted the entire like direction of Call of Duty itself forever, and it was a fucking game changer. Not only that, the campaign was amazing. Um, I mean, if I was if I okay, so I think Call of Duty 1 in C tier is fine. I think Call of Duty 3, as much as I love that intro mission,
I guess I
I
have
think
not
Call of
played
Duty.
enough of Call of Duty 2 and 3 to make
All
a
right,
concrete
Call
decision. That's why they're in
Call
C tier. And I played
Call
Call
of
of Duty
Duty 3.
1 on
Well,
PS3.
let the seasoned veteran help you
Oh
here.
man.
So I think Call of Duty 1 should stay in the C tier. I
Hmm.
think Call of Duty 2 at least deserves a B tier
Okay,
because
we'll give you that.
that game that game was a masterpiece.
All right.
I would almost go so far as to give it A tier, but it's been so long since I've played it that I
I'm
want.
not. I'll give you B. I'm not giving you A on that one. Okay,
All
Modern
right,
Warfare 4.
hold on, wait, whoa, and then
Oh, come on.
Call of Duty 3. As much as I love that game, I gotta give it a D
A
tier.
D tier? Ooh.
Maybe E tier even. It was Treyarch's
No.
first game. It was pretty
Well,
trash,
like I
but
said, I haven't played it enough, so I'm not going to make any decisions. I think we leave it at D.
I think D tier. I
Okay.
think D tier.
Call of Duty
All right.
4 is what started
Call of
Call of
Duty
Duty.
4.
I'm just going to
It's
be
in
honest.
Ghost tier. Just put it there.
No. Call of Duty 4 is what started the Call of Duty fad. So we're gonna put it
Yep.
up in S tier because that's just where it needs to be. It
And
started
the
all the
camp,
leveling, all the prestiges, the maps, the kill
campaign was
streaks,
fantastic. Yeah, everything was
all the
good about
weapons, loadouts. It had it all. It started the craze. We got to put it in S tier.
there were no problems with that game.
World at
Period.
War.
World at
I'm
War
I'm
is
giving. I kind of feel B tier. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. The
mm.
zombies is fun. The campaign is fun. I didn't like the multiplayer all that much. Campaign of zombies good, but that multiplayer, besides the tanks, isn't anything special.
If you're gonna put you at least have to put World at War in front of Call of Duty 2 and B tier for me to accept that ranking.
Okay.
World at War, no, actually hold on, no. World at War, fuck that. World at War is an S tier game. If you got, I guess it depends what you play it for. The campaign was excellent in that game. The multiplayer was
Okay,
pretty
okay.
decent,
I'll
but the
I'll bump.
zombies,
Listen. I'll bump it up to A because it had
all right.
co-op campaign. I'll bump it up to A, but
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
co-op campaign, veteran difficulty,
Mm,
the grenade spam, man, that was the peak of gaming right there. And on
You ha-
top of that, on the PC scene with zombies, modding is still 11
so
years later very much
it
alive.
introduced zombies, but I have one. I have one negative. The
Oh,
first patch of the game, you couldn't just play zombies off the bat. You had to play the campaign first. So
well,
when we went to my grandma's house who didn't have internet, we popped open my uncle's Xbox 360 and popped in that World of War. We couldn't play the zombies on it
yeah,
because you had to beat the campaign first. But thankfully they patched that out. But when you're at Granny's who doesn't have any wi or internet,
Yeah, well, I mean, we already all know why that had to happen, but I would say it is a solid A tier at
We'll give it
least.
A tier.
Custom Zombies, still new free maps
Modern
coming out
Warfare 2,
constantly.
I gotta put it up there in
Yep,
this.
it's an S tier.
It's
That is
got
for sure.
it really started the Michael Bay fucking campaign bullshit. You got stuff blowing up. You got Ghost. You got fucking all the.
Campaign was fantastic.
You
Well,
got
okay, hold
Shepard
on, hold
turning
on.
heel.
Okay, okay, look,
You
like
got Tactical Nuke.
the multiplayer was a clusterfuck, but it was fantastic at the same time. But we gotta, if we're gonna do this, we gotta look at all three pillars of the game, right? The campaign was phenomenal. The
Mhm.
multiplayer was great until it was exploited into oblivion. And Spec
Spec
Ops.
Ops sucks. I don't care.
So I mean, if we're gonna really judge by the three pillars, I think Modern Warfare 2 is amazing as the campaign was.
I
As
think that
as the
multiplayer. I think that
player.
multiplayer overshadows everything bad about Spec Ops. I mean, I don't think Spec Ops is okay. I'll take my back word. It's okay, but it's not.
It's
You play it
okay.
once for the achievements, and that's it.
I forget. Did Modern Warfare have anything but the campaign and multiplayer, or is
Mm,
this the only two
It
things
only
in
had
it?
campaign. It had like a little arcade mode where like you played the campaign and you got like a high score for doing certain
Yeah. So
things. But I
basically,
don't. Who cares
just the
about that?
campaign. Whatever. All
But
right. All
Modern
right.
Warfare
You know what?
2. But the Spec Ops also had co-op, so I'll give it some points. But I think we leave it up in S tier, but behind
I
Modern Warfare 1.
I think we leave it behind Modern Warfare 1. All right. I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
Black Ops
That's it.
1.
That's an S
I
tier. Nope. That's it. Nope. Nope. Nope.
but
I will. I will.
I will put it
I,
behind Modern Warfare 2 though.
it can be behind Modern Warfare 2, but that game is unequivocally, without question, an S tier. The campaign was incredible. The multiplayer is universally still like people talk about this one and Black Ops 2 being like the last of the peak of Call of Duty. Like the multiplayer, they did some amazing things that they never did again since then. The fucking party games were a blast. I love the COD point system. Zombies really blew up. Obviously, this is when everybody was playing zombies, and like I said before, the campaign was fantastic. So I
You
that
could
is an
break
S
out of
tier.
your chair,
Yeah, you could break out of
you
your chair.
break
You
out
could
of the
play Zork.
chair,
You could do
play
anything in that
Zork.
game. You want to play
Dead
Zork?
Ops
Like just go for
Arcade.
it. Oh, we don't talk about that
Oh,
Arcade.
I like it a little. It's fun.
It
But
was
a
endearing. It was
bad.
endearing.
Oh fuck, we forgot to talk about Call of Duty on the Wii. We're gonna put that in D tier. It's
Oh,
something. The motion
motion
controls are
controls.
fun for an hour. The
Yep.
multiplayer is full of 12-year-olds, so you can get easy kills, but you got to deal with the motion controls. And it's
Yep.
on the Wii, so it gets hacked after a day. So we're gonna
Yeah, it
leave
was
that
pretty
in D
great.
tier. But also Black Ops 1. I remember like when it came out, like the lobbies just didn't work for a week. Like you could have a full lobby and still be trying to populate players, and it was like that for a
Yeah, the
fucking week.
servers and matchmaking were broken like the first week this game
Mhm.
was out. Yeah, those are the days. Zombies worked at least, like right off the bat, from what I remember. Multiplayer though, that was the key because multiplayer was broken. All my multiplayer friends wanted to play Black Ops, but they couldn't play multiplayer. So I just got them to play zombies, and that's how I got them into
There we go.
zombies because multiplayer didn't work. It was the big brain plays by
Well, you
Treyarch.
see,
They knew.
I was always campaign first, and everything else until like Black Ops 2 came out. Then I played the
Oh
multiplayer
yeah.
first.
No, I always did the campaign first, just so I got an understanding of the weapons, and usually by the time I finished the campaign, the servers would kind of sort themselves out.
Okay, Modern Warfare
Ooh.
3, I'm always gonna stand by. I think I have the most hours
Uh,
in Modern Warfare 3 over any Call of Duty. I had a lot of fun with it.
uh,
Like the maps in balance aren't as good as Modern Warfare 2. Like the ACR and the MP7 are the most like powerful guns in Call of Duty history. But
do you not remember the spawn trap shenanigans that are
I
like
know.
still happening to this day in Modern Warfare 3?
I mean, they happen in pretty much any Call of Duty. You want to go
all
talk
right,
about fucking Nuketown or Rust?
no, I'm talking the ones literally where it was like you got a team of
No,
6 and you all put yourself in certain points of the map and then just held down right trigger. People would literally spawn into your bullets and die instantly. Like that stuff. That was messed up.
but
Modern Warfare
Modern
3.
Warfare 3 is kind of like Modern Warfare. Okay, it had Spec Ops, And it also had
I
the
don't
survival mode instead of zombies. So
I don't even remember the Spec Ops. I'm not gonna
Spec
lie.
Ops was pretty much like Modern Warfare 2, so just new
I,
missions,
I
get
I
three
know
stars, play it
it's
with your friend, get the achievements, never play it again. But it
Oh no
also,
no no! I know. I'm digging. I'm digging. I honestly can't remember a single Spec Ops mission.
not
Maybe one
me
with
either,
like an
because
oil
I
tanker.
I didn't care about the trophies at that point. I just wanted to play the multiplayer. But survival was fun for 2 or 3 hours. It's kind of like Advanced Warfare Survival. It's not the best. Call of Duty has never had the best horde mode besides zombies.
I did enjoy Survival. Survival was cool. I'll give credit where
I
credit's
can't
due.
wait to
Survival.
get to Ghost and talk about the shitty extinction mode. Let's go.
We'll get there. We'll get
You'll
there.
get
I would say with my personal opinion, I would say Modern Warfare 3 is leading the B tier, but that's just my
And
opinion.
around I think February or March, they put a couple of the community playlist game modes into matchmaking. So you had Drop Zone, and you had
Face
Infected,
off.
and you had Infected, and then you had the Face Off. And I probably have about 10 hours of Modern Warfare 3 Infected because I played
Yeah,
it
no,
a shit ton. So you got points just
Infected
for
was
you
incredible.
got points for just being alive, and they changed that in future Call of Duties where you only had a shotgun and you didn't get as many points for being alive. But in Modern Warfare 3, you got points every time someone was killed, and they're depending on the map, there were different guns. Like you could have zombies versus juggernauts, or juggernauts versus like 50 calibers and shit like that. And then like from Ghost onward, it was just shotguns and zombies.
Yep, no, those were fun times. I always loved how they changed up the playlist. Like I said, when Face Off came, that was awesome. I mean, the freaking Call of Duty Elite thing sucked balls.
Oh
Let's not forget
God.
about that. That was a disaster. It never worked. Half their, part of their services were integrated with that, and it
Well,
just didn't work.
the only cool thing about it was the stats. Like it would show you like, oh, you had this many kills with this gun, stuff like that. I liked stuff like that.
Yeah,
That
I
was the
mean,
only
as
thing I
someone who
liked about
bought the
Call of Duty
hard
Elite.
edition and I can pull up my founder's number and everything, I
I
played
didn't
this
I
game a
didn't care
lot
about
as
all the
well.
clan battle bullshit that was a part of Elite. And for
Yeah,
what I
it was.
remember, a whole bunch of people would like boost in that too. So
Yeah, Elite was an integral part of this game, and it was a failure. But that's less Infinity Ward's
all
fault
right,
and more whoever the hell was in charge of Elite. I don't even remember. But I'll be content with leaving it A tier. That's fine. That's okay.
I'm trying to think like getting a across the map tomahawk or I guess throwing knife as Modern Warfare on Dome and Infected was great. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, those are
We're,
awesome
go- we're
times.
gonna go to Black Ops 2, and the B
Nope,
stands for
nope,
B tier.
nope, nope,
Yep,
nope, nope,
yep. I'm not
nope,
budging
nope.
on this one. I'm not budging
Oh,
on this one.
excuse me, you're not budging on this one?
Yeah.
Well, okay, what were your critiques of this game? I need to know right now because I'm just gonna say out of all three pillars, I'm trying to think of which one was the weakest, and it's just not
I
coming to
like
me.
the
So
story
go
mode.
ahead.
The story mode was the first one to kind of have a bit of branching paths and different endings. I give it that. It has an interesting. It has the horses. It has the horses.
The horse is bram, bram, bram.
But I just do not. What was the fucking map that came? What was the zombies map that came with this game?
Okay,
It was
yes,
fucking transit. Fucking sucks balls.
trust me, as somebody who's poured thousands, and when I say thousands, I mean thousands of hours into zombies. I know how bad Transit was, but if we're judging these games by all the content that's come out for it, DLC season and all, Black Ops 2, there is a reason Black Ops 2 has the number one fan favorite map of all time and the number two fan favorite map of all time that is sometimes argued to be the number one fan favorite map of all time. Mob of the Dead and Origins were absolutely like unbelievably mind-blowingly incredible
I guess
maps on
that's the
top of
bad thing about
very
me not caring too much about Black Ops 2 is I never got the season pass. So the fun I had on zombies was playing
well
town. I
well
got to
well hold
wave 35 on town and my PS3 crashed.
well hold on a minute now. We can't go talking about how great it was that Modern Warfare 3 supported, the game after it launched all these fun things. You can't be like, oh, I never
But that
played
was free.
backup.
Like with the zombies maps, you had to pay for them.
I'm just saying, man. They brought some incredible maps to
But if
play.
you want to talk about shitty zombies maps that came at launch, we can also go to Black Ops 3.
There's nothing wrong with Shadows of Evil and the Giant.
Again, I've explained this to Jared. I don't care about the zombies match where you got to do 10 minutes of preparations and doing the Easter eggs where you can actually fucking play the game.
Oh, trust me, we'll get to roasting some
We'll get to
games
Black
eventually.
Ops 3 here in a bit. So let's
I I
I'm beat top of
I
B tier and I won't move it.
I am offended. I am offended that you would say that it's not even on the same tier as MW3, but we'll move on. We'll
Well,
move
no, we
on.
haven't talked about the multiplayer yet. So we talked about the campaign. It's got branching paths. It's got the side missions. It's got the horses, and it's got the
Got the
different
horses.
endings. So it's a good campaign.
Oh, it also had those that like mini RTS thing as well. I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
I
Those RTS missions, I love those. Those are
I'm
cool.
gonna
They
replay
never
it on
brought 'em back.
PC down the line and try to do all that stuff because I didn't get to do all of it like when I
Yeah.
played the PS3 version. Multiplayer, I've never really liked Black Ops. I went back to Modern Warfare 2 and 3 after playing Black Ops for a couple months, but with Black Ops 2, I quit the game pretty fast, like after like a month or so, because I just did
I
not like the
guess
maps. I didn't like the guns.
I guess it really just depends. It seems like there's a lot of people who either like the Treyarch feel, who are like the Infinity Ward feel. You know,
I mean, I
like
like Black Ops 1. I like Black Ops 1 and 3. I didn't care much for Black Ops 2's multiplayer. I didn't like the maps. I just remember the shitty cruise ship map. It's like the map I played the most of because that's all anyone voted for.
hijacked.
Yeah, like
That was a good map.
I know I like it's all right, but like I feel like it's the only map I played because that's what mostly people voted for. And Black Ops 2 had the bullshit pre-order thing, like oh pre-order and you get Nuketown 24/7. It's only gonna be in the game for 1 week. And then they
Yeah,
had to
good
bring
times.
that shit back like months later. So fuck that. It's B tier. God, that was the dumbest thing ever.
Fine, I'll let the B tier go.
Just for that Nuketown bullshit.
This is gonna get spicy later on, to say the least. We're
I'm trying
we're
to think. And I feel like okay, one thing I forgot to bring up about Black Ops 1 is like the game has like a shit ton of guns, but a lot of them feel the same or feel shitty.
yeah, all right.
Like there's a ton of guns in Black Ops 1, but only the Commando, the AK-74U, what else? I think the AUG was okay. Yeah, the AUG, the
Oh, the AUG was
AK-47. But there were like
I love
seven
the
or eight
Galil.
guns.
The Galil.
Galil
Hello.
was all right. I wouldn't rank it above the Commando and the AK-74U. I like it, but I'm not ranking it above those two guns. So, okay, let's talk about Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 has the two of the most overpowered guns in COD history. Probably the ACR, which has no fucking recoil, and it just is a straight line. It's an ACR. It's got an assault rifle. It's got a decent amount of ammo, decent damage compared to. In Modern Warfare 2, the ACR was really accurate, but it barely did any damage compared to 3, where it does a shit ton of damage and is really accurate. And the MP7 is the one of the best SMGs in like Call of Duty history.
Dear
Probably up there
God,
with the
that
AK-74U. It just had no
there was
fucking
also what
recoil.
like the PP90 or whatever, the frickin' underbarrel
hmm
gun there. Can't remember what the heck it was called. Like the Bison, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that gun was nuts. I loved that thing.
yeah,
Put
that thing's
rapid
great.
fire on that, just
Also, Modern
mowed
Warfare
people
3
down.
had the specialist kill streak, which if you got enough kills, you would get all the perks in the game. So if you had
Yeah, I
like
thought that was.
that was no one used it, and I only realized how good it was like when I was kind of getting out of the game. But you wouldn't need that. Like if you used that, you could probably get a nuke every game because you just have every
Oh,
perk.
well, that was the MOB class, absolutely,
I know,
because
but
you.
like it was so underrated. You never really saw anyone using it, and I didn't realize how
Oh
good it
yeah.
was until I played Infected. Because Infected, you only have specialists. I'm like, dude, you get all the perks. Why haven't I used this before? Modern Warfare 3
I
also had
agree.
the support kill streaks where if you died, you could still get a UAV or an AC-130 or just an EMP. Stuff that didn't get a ton of kills. Okay,
Emergency
man. Okay,
airdrops.
I think was AC-130 in the support. I can't remember.
No, I don't think it was in the
Okay, but
support.
it
I
was like
think
it
the
was mostly
Juggernaut. I think the Juggernaut
yeah.
suit was
It
or
was I
something
think it was
like that.
Juggernaut Knife that was in support, but it was basically stuff that was actually support that supported your team and didn't get you a ton of kills, and it didn't go away upon death. So it had that cool stuff. All
Yeah,
right,
no, it tried some different stuff because they really did recycle a lot of 2 into 3, but
well, you have to realize that Infinity Ward was in shambles because
yes.
like the top two guys left, and like Raven
Eh,
Software was mostly making the game.
Hey, I mean, I understand, but the game's the game. We're
Yeah.
judging the product, so
Uh, any closing thoughts on Black Ops 2? Is there anything we forgot?
it's fucking A tier.
It had the did Black Ops 1 had the mannequin Easter egg too?
Yes, I
Okay.
think. Actually, maybe
Oh
not. I
yeah,
don't
we forgot
remember.
to bring up Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 got the Eminem songs. So I can't remember
No,
if
that
any other
bumps
Call of Duties had Eminem songs.
that bumps them down a tier. So we're just
No,
gonna forget that part.
we're gonna bump him into E for Eminem. All right.
Yeah, that's where they
It's Black
belong.
Ops. Do we even have to talk about it?
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
kinda.
shitty campaign. You got the fish AI, they swim away
The
from you.
fish.
You got the dog that sucks dick and crashed my game the first time I played it on PS3. Literally, in this first thing you take control of it, he got stuck in the ground. I had to reset it, and I just took the game back to GameStop right after doing that because I hated Ghost. So, multiplayer sucks. All the maps are gigantic. The spawns you don't are just fucking awful. The maps are
Yeah, the
way
game.
too big. The guns all suck. You die in like 2 hits.
Yeah, the game really didn't feel like it had a soul. That was my problem with it. It felt like I was playing some sad, pathetic amalgamation of something where I wasn't sure what the heck I was playing. Like it was Call of Duty, but I was
Hmm.
like, what even is this?
So I played
The
it for
multiplayer just, I don't know, just didn't feel like it had any personality
so I
to me.
played it for literally 2 days on PS3 when it first came out and take it back to GameStop. Um, it was that bad. Like I said, I got to the dog, like the first mission you get control of the dog, which is like the second mission, and it got stuck in the ground. I just turned off my PS3 and took it out of the game, or took it out of the console and never played it again. Took it back to GameStop. But I immediately
Smart
started
decision.
playing the multiplayer, and it's awful. I could tell from like the first match it was just bad. Um,
Yeah, no. I had the good fortune that my roommates in college bought a PS4 like the week that PS4s came out, and they got Ghost with it, so I got to play it for free. And yeah, the only plus to this game for me, anyways, which I think you were segueing into, was Extinction.
Well, we'll get there in a second. But the game also had a terrible perk tree. Like you had like 8 columns of perks, and it was kind of like the pick 10 system where you had 10 points and you had to pick out which perk you wanted. It was fucking dumb.
Oh yeah, there wasn't that weird stuff with like squads or something
Yeah, and
too.
there's like an AI squad mode where you could level up your squad character by only playing against AI, but the character didn't level up in actual. I don't know, it was weird. But yeah, the perk system sucked. Uh, the UAV was on the ground because these fucking idiots don't want to learn how to use missile launchers. So in
They don't
Ghost, you
have
had
to
the
look at the
ground
sky.
radar because people are too stupid to pick the fucking Stinger. Literally,
Yeah.
just have an anti-air class. That's what I did in Modern Warfare 3.
Hmm.
Had a decent LMG. You know, I would shoot my Stinger and then pull out the LMG to finish off the air. The air
Yep.
vehicle.
No, I'm much the same way. That's
But
I basically every class I had a rocket launcher on just for that
hmm
reason. So
and then Ghost is like,
yeah.
oh, people don't want to use that, so let's just make it a ground radar and such dick. What else? What else do I hate about Ghost?
I mean,
I've played it on PC recently and I actually finished the campaign and it's okay, but the multiplayer still sucks. You got the Snoop Dogg DLC. I'll give it that. Get the Snoop
yeah,
Dogg.
that's why it's in the ghost tier where it's objectively
That's why it's
terrible.
not
But that one
question.
thing,
That's
that
why it's
one
not
thing
question
saves the
mark.
game.
That's why
Yep.
it's not Ghost tier, and then under that is actual Ghost tier. And then
Extinction.
Extinction sucks. I don't care.
As somebody who had the good fortune of getting this game $1 new at GameStop one
That's the
Christmas, and then
unfortunate
got the
person who had
season
to spend $60 and got back $30 credit thanks GameStop.
and who got the season pass for $5 and played all the Extinction
Fuck
maps for
off.
basically $6. I quite enjoyed Extinction. However, if I paid $60 for this game, I would have been devastated. So, yeah, on Ghost tier it stays.
The game also ends on a cliffhanger where it's like, "Oh, the main bad guy captured you. He's gonna make you evil. Can't wait for the sequel." Oh, wait, never gonna
Never
happen.
is gonna
And
come. Yeah, no.
it also had a whole bunch of Modern Warfare 2 animations. They just copy and pasted, and people made fun of them about it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember all those controversies where
Yeah.
they just recycled animations. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm having a brain fart. It's Advanced Warfare next or Black Ops 3. I think it's Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare was next. I'm gonna say Advanced Warfare was D tier.
Yeah. We're gonna put something in E tier.
Uh,
We'll
Don't
think about it.
don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna defend Infinite Warfare at least for the story mode. So
All right. Advanced Warfare. All right.
they tried something different. You had the Exo suits, but after
You
like a
had
month
to
or two, it just
you, look. Okay, the campaign I found to be awesome. Like that, I really enjoyed the campaign. They did a lot of creative stuff in there. They had a vision. They went for it.
you got Kevin
Like they
Spacey.
had
Who shan't
They
be
had
named.
Kevin Spacey who didn't diddle kids at the time, so it was pretty
I mean,
rad.
he did diddle kids.
He, he
It
did
was just,
diddle
it
kids,
wasn't
but it wasn't
revealed yet.
public knowledge that he was a kid.
Allegedly, if anyone's watching this video, because
Yeah,
it never went to
allegedly
court.
he's a kid diddler still, allegedly. But I mean,
Allegedly.
we're gonna just go with the assumption that he's a kid diddler. Anyways, he put on a fantastic performance as a villain. They did some really cool stuff with the technology in the game. They did a lot of interesting
You had
things, and
to.
I really enjoyed all of that. I like the parts with like the simulations where you're like trying to rescue the president or whatever, and then it's like, oh, surprise, you died, and it's like, oh, that was just a sim. Or like when you're dropping into this forest, and everyone's like, oh, how'd they hide this facility for so long? They just had a freaking hologram on the roof or whatever, projecting a forest, so from above it looked like a forest. They did a whole bunch of crazy stuff like that in the campaign that I was like, whoa, this is really awesome. I don't remember what the third game mode for this game was, but the
It was
multiplayer
just.
at least, I honestly don't. I don't remember what the third game
I'll
mode
get
was. Every
into it.
game has like those 3 game modes,
So,
but
like I said off stream or off video.
off stream.
Well, I was gonna stream it, remember, but then I decided to do it through game or fucking Shadow Play or whatever it's called now, GeoForce Experience. But I think there was one section where you had to use stealth camo and get through like a forest, and there was like a
Oh,
tank
I
in the
remember
way.
that.
And
Yeah,
every time I tried to do it, I just get detected, and I wanted to fucking throw my keyboard at my monitor. But I finally fucking
maybe
did
if
it.
you weren't, maybe if you weren't bad, then it
Maybe
wouldn't
the
have
game
happened.
didn't fucking suck and Kevin Spacey didn't suck off kids. It wouldn't have been a bad game. But
Anyways, whoa,
okay,
okay.
we're gonna
Yeah,
edit that out of the video. Okay.
so multiplayer, I mean,
Well, like
yeah,
I
they
said,
did.
it was the first time they had exosuits. It was something different, but I got bored of it after about a month.
Yeah, considering the fact that, I mean, Exo Zombies wasn't a thing until first DLC was pretty lame. Not gonna lie, I wasn't too pleased about that as a Zombies fan. I mean, I never played Exo Zombies, but I heard it was pretty bad.
It was.
I wouldn't know though, you know?
So
So, I
no,
mean, the
you're
campaign was fantastic, but the
you're forgetting
multiplayer,
that first it was survival. And when the game came out, it was only survival, like Modern Warfare 3. But if you got to wave 100 or whatever it was, you saw zombies. Oh my God, zombies are coming. Gotta pay for them.
was that a thing?
Yes. When the game
Huh.
first came out, it was just a normal survival mode. But if you got to like wave 100 or whatever the fuck, wave 50, ooh, zombies came out.
Oh, I remember the survival mode in Advanced Warfare. No, yeah, it was
Yeah.
okay.
It,
Yeah,
it
no, I
was
just,
it's all right. It's better than Modern Warfare
yeah.
3's, but it's
Couldn't you get in,
nothing.
like mech suits or something? And I
Yeah, I
feel
think that
like you,
was a kill streak, but it only
yeah.
lasted like 30 seconds or whatever.
Well, yeah, of course.
But
But okay,
it
yeah,
was like,
it's all good.
oh, zombies are on the way. You got to pay for
Yep.
them.
No,
And
that part
even
sucked.
when they came out, they fucking sucked. And a weird
Yeah.
so, but I have a story about that. When the game came out, this was my first year of college, so I'm in my dorm room. I'm still getting used to college. I'm playing it on my PS4. Right behind me, my roommate has a PS3, and he's playing on his PS3. And I just would glance back every now and then, see and look and see. Yep, that's how awful the PS3 version looks, and keep playing mine. But yeah, after about a month, I got pretty much done with the game. But I got it digital, so I couldn't take it back to GameStop.
I think when Exo Zombies came out, for the first like 4 months that it was out, you couldn't pause in single player or something ridiculous
I
like
wouldn't
that.
be surprised. It
I'm
sucked no
pretty
matter
sure that
what.
was a thing because I remember it was a big deal when it got patched in, and I was like, "What the heck is happening?" Like, why is this a thing? The trailer for Exo Zombies was sick. I like the idea of the zombies having the exo suits.
We forgot
This.
about this, so we got to put it
Oh, I
somewhere.
haven't. I have not forgotten about this. We will get
I'll
there.
let you have free. No, let's just. When did it come out? I figured like it came out along Black Ops 1's one. You want to just do it
Call
now?
Call of Duty Zombies. That game. That is at least an A tier. That is. I.
I will give you
If
free
you were
reign on this one.
if you were in grade school when the iPod Touch like was first coming out, like and people, parents were actually buying them for their kids, you were not cool unless you had Call of Duty Zombies. If you were not playing Call of Duty Zombies during like the 5 minutes you had between classes or whatever, if you weren't in the hallway ganging up with 3 other people battling the undead, you were fucking lame. You were a loser. You were out. You were not in the in crowd. This was the game that every single kid who had an iPod Touch had to play. Like it had some neat features unique to it. You could save your game, like you could be on like round 60 and then just save your game, pick it back up later. It was on the iPod Touch, man. You could take Call of Duty Zombies anywhere you wanted. That alone was incredible. The, everybody was playing this back in grade school. I have such good memories playing that with people. It's a shame that they didn't really support it past Call of the Dead, but that is a solid A tier
I
for the
have
product it was. It delivered.
I have
It
never
del-
been crazy about phone games, so I've never tried it. Like the most phone game I've played is Temple Run 1. I got all the achievements, and I played like Doom 2
Yikes.
RPG, which is like kind of a turn-based RPG with Doom sprites and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting, but I never finished it.
Huh.
And like I would also read books on my phone, so I was a fucking nerd in high school, so I didn't play
Yeah,
too many
no.
phone games. Even when I got I got my first Android, I downloaded like Angry Birds and stuff like that and played them for like an hour and stopped playing phone games. I
I got
wasn't on the
yep.
go a whole lot, so I'd have no reason to really get a
I
whole bunch
I
of
wouldn't
phone
even be
games.
on the go. It was good enough that even if I'd be at home, I wouldn't even turn on my Xbox. I'd rather
Well,
play
if
on
I
my
was at
iPod
home, I'd
Touch.
be fucking playing real Call of Duty.
No, it was good enough. I didn't even need to do that. I could just be like, sure, Matt, you can have the Xbox. I'll just play zombies on my iPod Touch because that's good enough for me, for God's
With
sake. Like,
Trevor, you called in your A kill streak, so you got that going. Okay. Uh,
oh,
so
and now we get to the
I'm
real
trying to think.
divisive
I forgot
stuff.
anything about Advanced Warfare. Multiplayer, like I said, maps. I got bored of it after a month. It had the fuck. What was it called? The ball mode.
The ball,
The nice. I'm going
paintball,
fucking blitzball. No, it
blitzball.
had the ball. Like it had the game mode where you had the ball and you got to throw it in your opponent's hoop.
No, I'm just gonna tell you right now that I played this enough to finish the campaign. I tried some of the multiplayer in which I was kind of decent, and everyone I knew hated it because the y-axis was too much for people to deal with. And then I don't even remember survival mode, and I never bought any of the DLC for this game, so I really can't say about Exo Zombies. I can only go off the Reddit hive mind, and that's Exo Zombies
They
bad. But
fucked up infected. So wait, never mind. They fucked up infected with ghosts and they stuck with Advanced Warfare. You got the shotguns, and I think in this you had the shield. Since that was one of your Etso abilities was a shield, so you had that for your Etso ability and infected. And so infected was still fucked up. You didn't have a nuke in infected, I think. Well, I think the game had a nuke, but you didn't get to use it in infected. I can't remember. All right, so next up we got Black Ops 3. I'll give it
oh,
A tier.
whoa there, buddy. A tier for Black Ops
I
3.
had fun with Black Ops. I had more fun with Black Ops 3 than I did with fucking 2.
Now look, I'm a hopeless zombies addict, right? Black Ops 3 in many people's eyes wasn't necessarily the peak of zombies for Call of Duty as a whole, but for the community itself, the actual dedicated hardcore community, it was considered the peak for zombies. The
Hmm.
frickin' storyline and the narrative and the storytelling picked up so much between like first off like the graphical jump obviously was insane. The gameplay mechanics they made weren't intrusive enough with the microtransactions that they actually did enhance the gameplay. I mean, there were like some gobblegums that were absolutely overpowered, like Perkaholic and all that stuff, especially near the end of like DLC 4. But the narrative and everything was incredible. Like by DLC, I mean, shit. I mean, Der Eisendrache was the first DLC map. That map was unbelievable. Like that is also another one that is like hotly contested for like best map of all time. It was unbelievable. I actually did enjoy the campaign. I like that they brought back the co-op
Yeah,
campaign.
that's
You
what I
know,
was about to say. They brought back co-op, and you got the Frozen
four-player co-op,
Forest.
Frozen Forest,
You
all
got
those
Frozen
meme stream
Forest.
go boom, like
Me and
all that
Jared played
shit.
it on
That's
Veteran. We got through the Frozen Forest like 30 times.
realistic difficulty,
No, so
man.
me and Jared were playing the campaign on Veteran Co-op. We did it in like one night. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. My roommate's trying to sleep, and he constantly has to keep hearing about the Frozen Forest because me and Jared kept dying on it. So the next party, I was like apologizing. Like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry you had to hear that like 30 times.
He's like thinks he's in a trance. But like, here's the thing: Zombies was fantastic. The campaign was okay. The multiplayer, okay for
Like I
me.
said, I did not buy, even though I loved Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I did not buy the season passes for any of these fucking games. And so
Mm,
when Black Ops
but
3
this,
came out, I did not like the base zombies map it came with. Because like I said, I'm not into that run around and activate bullshit for 15 minutes and now you can play the game.
Yeah, Shadows of Evil was not a good map for that. Unfortunately, it was completely designed that way because you were supposed to get the season pass, which got you the giant, which was that map that you would just load it up in within five
Mm-hmm.
minutes. Everything was open. You were ready to smash, like, that was it. But unfortunately, Shadows of Evil is not like that. It is an excellent map. I would even argue that it's in like my top 5 maps. But
We're top
um,
5.
oh, don't you worry, the zombies maps tier list is coming, but
We're
that's for
only doing
later.
one a night, dude. We can't.
Only one a night. No, but
Next we gotta do KF2, and I'm probably gonna have to upload pictures for that.
oh, you're gonna absolutely have to. You can probably rip the assets from the game. Anyways, Shadows of Evil was fantastic, but it was not the most accessible map for beginners. And the fact that they made said accessible map locked away behind a paywall
Mm-hmm.
sucked. And considering that was the important map, as that's what rebooted the Ether storyline or continued it into the Black Ops 3 saga, that really sucked. But we're missing the elephant in the room here.
Wait a minute. We forgot to bring up Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Introduced microtransactions. You had loot boxes. Black Ops 3, same thing. They had loot boxes after a month or two. And you had the shitty, like, juice for the zombies, wherever the fuck it was. You'd be able to talk more about that than
Okay,
me.
yeah, okay, Liquid Divinium, like I said, it really wasn't intrusive enough to be disruptive. The base set of gumballs was overpowered enough that, like, you could get by. I mean, you couldn't, you didn't have Perkaholic. Oh no, so what? But the base set of gumballs was serviceable. We're talking about the microtransactions in multiplayer. I mean, I never played Advanced Warfare past, like, or Advanced Warfare. I never really played it past launch, but this is the first Call of Duty where I laid witness to how awful the microtransactions got. Multiplayer especially, all these new guns would come out. People just couldn't get them. You'd have to dump hundreds of dollars into the black market, and you wouldn't even be guaranteed to get those guns. And it made the entire post-launch experience for that game so bad that people were wondering how the hell it could possibly have gotten worse. And it did, and we'll get there. But I think honestly, just because of the microtransactions and how insidious, this game doesn't deserve anything above a B tier. At least I would almost bump it down to C tier. It offered me some of my highest
I'll put
highs in
it
gaming.
in front of Black Ops 2.
It's offered me some of my highest highs in gaming, but it's
Again, I
just
wasn't addicted to it. I only played it for, like I said, maybe 3 or 4 months. I played it more than Black Ops 2, but I like the maps compared to Black Ops 2.
look
The
look man.
operators were fun. All the memes. Ooh, these weapons you never stood a chance.
Yeah,
All the fucking memes. It was fun. I liked it, but I didn't get
look man.
addicted to it like Modern Warfare 3 or 2 or Black Ops
As
1.
as somebody who bought the game on PC, as somebody who gifted somebody a copy of the game on PC with the season pass, as somebody who then 3 months after the game came out bought the Juggernaut edition for the PS4 just so he could play the zombies maps a month early because he didn't want to wait on PC, and then proceeded to buy the game and season pass again for another person. So I bought this game 4 times in 1 year. So I spent like $500 on this game, I think, right? Because it's like $60 and then the $50 season pass. Okay, I spent like $400 on this $60 game in 1 year. I fucking loved this game, but I just can't. This was the seriously dramatic shift for the Call of Duty franchise in terms of the microtransactions and how insidious and predatory they got. So I honestly, it's behind Call of Duty 2 for me, but that's just my opinion. Of course, you're in charge of the tier list
That's
here,
just a game
so
theory.
that's just my opinion.
I think we should round it out by having all the Black Ops in B tier for Black Ops, but
No, Black Ops 1
I'm
was
again, I
incredible.
will say I didn't play Call of Duty 2 and 3 a whole lot. And I liked Black Ops 3 more than 2. And I gave you the free slot with Black Ops Zombies up here in A tier. So I think Black Ops 3 leading the charge in B tier.
Ooh, wait a second. Actually, you're right. That's just Black Ops Zombies. We wouldn't have Call of Duty World War Zombies for the iPod Touch because those were two separate apps, but they would both be A tier, so it doesn't matter.
I'm really wondering what the fuck Call of Duty Mobile and Call of Duty Legends at War is, because they both look like the same thing. They're the same picture.
Yeah, we're gonna just have to
Well, fucking
completely
ignore all
improv
that
that.
shit. And the fucking PSP port of Black Ops 1 sucks dick. I put it in Ghost tier, but I haven't played it, so I'm not going to. Like, apparently
But how do you know it sucks?
because apparently the frame rate was awful, the graphics looked like a
Good,
PS2 game, like even for PSP standards it was bad. Apparently
good,
the multiplayer just didn't work. Uh,
good.
and the game ran really bad. I just remember a whole bunch of people shitting on it.
That's
But like it
nice.
was a launch Vita game and no one liked it because it ran like shit and the multiplayer didn't work. So are we going fucking Modern Warfare Remastered first or Infinite Warfare?
All right, Modern Warfare Remastered. It's E tier. Good. Okay,
Okay, the
glad we
camp
covered.
look, it's got Call of Duty 4's campaign, and that's it's good. It's got the pretty graphics, but it's got microtransactions. It was
I
locked
can't.
behind Infinite Warfare, and they
I
had
can't
another
believe it.
fucking map pack on top of it for maps that were in the base game.
I can't even believe it. They took that game, locked it behind a paywall that you had to buy Advanced
They
or
gave you more
Infinite Warfare
paywalls.
for. They took the map pack that came out 11 years ago and resold it for a higher price than
And not even
before,
that. I
separate
think in part, I
DLC.
think in that map pack there were games that were just in the base Call of Duty 4 that you had to buy again, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
and
And
then weren't there loot boxes as well?
yep,
Also, how do you even do that with an 11-year-old game?
they
How do you do
introduced
that?
customization. Like,
Jesus Christ, it's egregious. I can't even
and the game was dead on
it's
PC when I finally got to it. So,
dead on PC
yeah, because the
because it
game
took
also
them like
runs at like 40 FPS. Like the multiplayer runs
yeah
at like 40 FPS on PC. Like you saw that one video uploaded a long time ago. When you look at someone, the game just drops like 30
yep.
frames.
It
So
was
it's
garbage.
bad.
It was a hot steaming pile of shit. It banished it. Honestly,
Gotta
it
pay
banished it to the
$100
E
for it.
tier. Gotta pay
At least,
$100
at least
for
back
that
then.
piece of
Now you can get it
slop.
standalone for like 40.
Thank God. How generous.
Infinite
All right.
Warfare. I'm gonna put it. Okay, wait. I'm not putting Advanced Warfare behind the Wii version. Okay, I'm gonna put it like. I'm gonna vouch for it and say back of C tier
You
because
know, having
the
never played it,
campaign. Look, if you play it, the campaign is really fun. It's got a whole bunch of space combat bullshit. It has like a little hack mini game where you hack into robots and you can run and like kamikaze people with robots. It's really cool. The multiplayer it's a bit better than Advanced Warfare, but it's still boring.
yeah, no,
And
having never played it, I honestly
by the
could.
time I got to it on PC, it was dead. So
Of course, no. Having never played it, I can actually see. I can appreciate this game,
you
right?
can
Because so,
see
so
it.
let's
You can
talk
see
about it.
it.
Let's talk for a second, all right? By this point, everyone was like, "Oh, we want boots on the ground combat." This game was announced. It was the exact opposite of
Looking
what
like a
the hive
fool
mind
with your
wanted. So
boots on the
everybody,
ground.
so everybody got all pissy and threw a temper tantrum. It's
We can
like the
pull up
fifth
the
most.
dislikes right now.
Yeah, we can pull up the dislikes right now, see where they're at. Everybody was mad. I thought they did a lot of cool things in the reveal trailer for it. However, I am not everybody. I never played the game, but I honestly could see how this game is criminally underrated. I never played the multiplayer,
3.8
obviously.
million dislikes compared to
Uh,
603,000 likes. Let's add to
It's
that
not
number.
it's not as bad as YouTube Rewind 2018, but still. Anyways, I could definitely see this game, flying past people
The
without them giving it a
campaign
chance.
is one of the better Call of Duty campaigns. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's got
I
the
even heard that Zombies in Spaceland was good. I played like the
uh,
demo for it. It was pretty
it's
okay from what
better
I
than
played.
Advanced Warfare Zombies, but I didn't play enough of it.
Well,
'Cause like I
exactly.
said, dead game.
And they tried some really funky and creative things. I mean, I never played it, but obviously I lurked on the COD Zombies subreddit over the course of
It was like
the
retro
worker's
zombies,
life
so you had like
cycle.
David Hasselhoff and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like the community manager is very communicative with the community, like constantly, talking with them about things they want, what direction they wanted things to go in, and it's commendable for that. And obviously, not everything happened as the corporate suits, shoehorned their microtransactions into the game. But based on what I saw, anyways, it, it's I definitely can see how people could underappreciate this game, but I'm in no position to actually
And I can't
rate it.
remember if the zombies in this one had microtransactions because I didn't get too
It
deep.
100%
It
did.
probably did. I didn't get too deep into it. But I will
100%.
give it the back of siege for the campaign.
Yep. Now we get to the tricky one,
World War
where I only played the beta.
Two. So I played the beta. I played
Yep.
the actual.
Lots of
So
the bayonet was
okay, just let
hysterical.
me think about it. Back of siege. Yeah, I think back of C tier is where I'm gonna put it. So
I
you've
think
only
back to
played the
C tier.
beta, so you've talked about the beta.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. I think this was the beta, right, where you had the bayonets and everybody just started
Yeah.
screaming, and it was hysterical. I mean, I had a good time with it, but I mean, it's more of the same, People were complaining about the fact that, oh, we need to go back to our roots, but it's like it didn't. As far as I could tell from what I saw, it didn't really do anything super original. Um, I don't really know about the campaign. The only thing I know, obviously, is the infamous train scene, which, gives me a good laugh every time I watch that. I heard zombies started out okay and then proceeded to have the worst zombies map in history. I think it was the Darkest Tide or the Dark Shore or something like that. Like the actual worst map in history. So um, I'm pretty sure it was just painfully okay. It was just kind of soulless and didn't really have its own personality. I'm not really sure though. I never played it, so
Well, I played it a
couldn't tell
couple
you.
of months ago, and I enjoyed the campaign. It's not the best Call of Duty campaign, but I can get over the stupid train sequence, which it really
Of
isn't too
course.
bad. But it has a couple
No,
cool. It has a couple cool
it's
moments.
it's a cherry picked highlight. You know what I'm saying though.
Yeah, like a couple like a cool stealth sections where you're sneaking through like I think a building in France to kill like some German something like officers and get plans to figure out what the Nazis are doing and just stuff like that. And
Right.
the campaign has your ally system where you can get ammo from your allies or health kits. Like,
Oh, I remember that.
so you have health kits in the game. So your health is back. And people thought that that would carry over into multiplayer, but it didn't.
Oh,
Um, and you
shocker.
also had a couple allies that would like drop missiles, and yeah, it was fun. Like that stuff helped the campaign too, and it was okay. The multiplayer was uh, it's like Call of Duty World War II multiplayer. I guess it's not as good as a World at War's multiplayer, but
No,
it was.
it
It was,
wasn't.
and again, kind of like on with Modern Warfare Remastered, it's kind of iffy on PC where the game will just drop frames and it's dead after a couple weeks. So by the time I got to PC, there was just nothing but either sweaties or a couple people like me who got into it late. But at least I got some gains out of it, unlike Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, I couldn't find a single person. Modern Warfare Remastered, couldn't find a single person. At least with Infinite Warfare and World War II, I was able to get a couple games out of it.
Yeah.
And World War II had the hub world where you could drop loot boxes, and you got points for looking at people dropping loot boxes.
Yeah, that was pathetic. We're not even going to talk about that. That was
And you had
pathetic.
dailies and weeklies and shit like that, but that's every
Good.
game nowadays. Uh,
Just what I want. This I don't even want to talk about this
so,
game.
I haven't played Black Ops 4, so
It is yeah, I would maybe put it in
ev-
D tier in front of Call of Duty 3. Like that honestly, I mean, having not played World War II or Infinite Warfare. Okay, so first off, this game has no campaign, right?
mhm.
Blackout's pretty fun. It's okay. Like it's battle royale. I'm not super into battle royale, but obviously no campaign's a bold departure.
I
There's a
think they
million and
were
one
going to
stories
have
about
like I think they were going to have like an open world campaign or something like that, and they just
yeah,
couldn't get
there's a
it
million
done.
and one stories about what the
Yeah,
heck happened during the development of Black Ops 4, where they were going to have some like open world 2v2 campaign or
yeah,
something like
that
that,
sounds
and it
really
just didn't
cool, but
work out. It,
that sounds like it'd be a bitch to do. Like, what would you do? Like, how would you make
I
that work? It's a cool idea, but how do you make that work in terms of like story progression? Like,
I don't even know. There was issues with abuse at the workplace, everything with QA.
all the contractors are treated like shit, but that's just kind of sadly how
Yeah,
contractors are treated everywhere.
yeah, no. In terms of the pillars, there was no campaign, obviously, so Battle Royale replaced it. Blackout was great. I would argue excellent at the time of its release
Has
for
it
a
gotten
couple
any new
months. I would
maps, or is it still just the one map?
It's gotten one new map, and the old map gets touched up a lot. So I mean, it's only been out a year anyways. So
I know,
in
but they're
terms
probably
of
not
the
gonna
Battle
keep
Royale
updating it.
experience, I don't know. I mean, the new game isn't going to have Battle Royale, so they may, but I mean, who the hell is them? Because they have to freaking cram for Black Ops 5 now. But well,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, we'll get there. I mean, the Battle Royale experience, like I said at launch and for a couple months out, was the best Battle Royale experience. I'd argue it wasn't until Apex came along. I mean, I
Hmm.
never really played Apex, but I don't really care about Battle Royales either. But I have to acknowledge it, obviously. Multiplayer, I really was kind of a fan at first. I liked the whole. It felt like a combination between like Overwatch and Call of Duty, actually, in terms of the hero system. It felt
Two games by
a
the same
lot
company.
well, it felt a lot less intrusive, where not everybody just got a button that they push
And
and
you
then
couldn't
it's
pick the same
built
operator
out.
this time around. It's fucking
Yeah, you
yeah.
couldn't have six ruins or six glitches or anything like that. I still don't really like the specialists. The bare bones modes, in my opinion, were better. Um, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. A lot of people like it. It works for them. That's great. Zombies. Zombies. I don't even know where to
I
start.
haven't heard
There's,
anything about this game Zombies other than the microtransactions. Okay,
there,
I think I forgot to talk about World War. Oh, I fucked that up. I think I forgot to talk about World War II zombies. It's better than Advanced Warfare. I may have talked about it. It's a bit better than Advanced Warfare zombies, but it's
good to
sledgehammer
know.
zombies. There you go.
Good to know from what I gathered that I was about right in
It's
terms of.
sledgehammer zombies, and I only had the base map, and I played by myself. So there you go.
Yeah,
But
Black Ops 4 Zombies. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but again, I had more fun with it than the Advanced Warfare zombies map.
Yeah, Black Ops 4 Zombies, man. I don't even know where to start. You know, interestingly enough, I missed out on the first 2 months of this game's life pretty much because it came out like October 13th, I think, and obviously I was cramming last semester at school. But watching this dumpster fire from afar was truly something to behold. Where for the first like month and a half, people basically couldn't get past like round 30 without the game crashing, which was pretty unbelievable when you go back to, World at War, a game that came out 11 years prior, and you had people on round over like 8,000, no problem not having to worry about crashing. And yet in this game you can't even get past like round 30 without it. It's just it's a wonder like how this product came out so buggy. I mean, there's an obvious answer. Obviously, the suits told them they had to get it out. The create a class thing was kind of cool. It was a very radical change, very divisive in the community. They changed a lot of stuff. They got rid of Juggernog. They got rid of Speed Cola. They got rid of Double Tap. They got rid of a whole bunch of stuff.
All the
But
good.
they kind of repurposed those mechanics into different things. The specialist weapons were cool. I think in the short term it was a healthy change, but I think long term
I don't think I've
it's
seen a
very
single video of Black Ops 4 Zombies, so I don't even know what it looks like.
yeah. I
Like
think
the only
long
thing
term
I think I've seen like maybe 5 minutes of the multiplayer. Everything I've seen, every time I see someone playing this game, it's just the battle royale mode.
yeah, blackout. Everything I think long term they made changes to the zombies mode has been detrimental to it in terms of the gameplay loop, but obviously there was the controversies with the game crashing constantly. So, 2 weeks into post-launch, nobody wanted to play it anymore because you did the Easter egg. Hope to God the game didn't crash during the Easter egg, and then that was it because you couldn't go for high rounds because it just fucking crashed. I mean, Classified, which is one of the maps at launch, if you bought the season pass, of course, had an Easter egg to get to round 150. The only reason that it was ever done is I think someone glitched it and got to like round 150 and triggered the cutscene and got it illegitimately. Nobody was able to get there just because the game couldn't run until then. Um, I'll give credit where credit's due. There were 3 maps on disc at launch, which was impressive. Um, Voyage of Despair was awful, in my opinion. It was probably one of my least favorite zombie maps ever. 9, I never really cared for, and Blood of the Dead was unbelievable. A lot of people don't like Blood of the Dead. Remake a Mob of the Dead. They just say it's an objectively worse version. At least for the story, it was incredible. I loved it. But and Classified was great. But again, you had to pay $50 for it. Post launch definitely feels like Zombies is the ugly stepchild
Which is weird.
of the 3 pillars because they don't get anywhere near the amount of love and support and communication the other 2 modes get. When all the loot boxes and stuff started rolling in, there was no way to get them in Zombies, and you were locked out of certain things. So for instance, a new gun comes out, you can't customize said gun with attachments or anything unless you get the gun from loot crates, and the only way you can grind for loot crates is to spend time playing multiplayer and Blackout. So you can't get loot crates in Zombies, which means you have no way to actually customize those guns. So it's like, well, what the heck? It's just been like that basically ever since. The elixirs, which were the replacement for the gobble gums, are, I would argue, the power level at launch was far lower. It was a lot more balanced. It was far more balanced, but by DLC 2 they just gave up and just introduced like every single busted one possible. Um, yeah, there's a reason that Zombies is basically dead to everybody. This
I
game
was only interested
completely.
in the battle royale portion, but I never bought it because I had put like over 120 hours on PUBG. So by the time it came out, I
Yeah.
was kind of I'm good. And I think around the time it was in Humble Bundle, it was like a Humble monthly offer. Apex Legends came out, so I just played that instead. And I've never got around to playing it. So maybe one day
I,
I'll play
I
it. It'll probably be dead. like always. But
Yeah, no, PC Battle Royale's dead. I honestly would even have a hard time like solidly recommending this game if it was free. I have to commend this game that it's probably one of the only AAA games that I know was a $60 AAA game with a $50 season pass with, season battle passes.
also the first Call of Duty to be on BattleNet, so
Yeah, that's a sin in itself.
Battle.net.
Has loot boxes as well as like expensive. When I mean expensive, I'm talking like $10 for a gun skin, microtransactions in its store. It's absolutely just egregious because this entire game is basically built from the ground up to push the players towards the black market and just seek COD points over and over again until eventually they cave and buy some just because they want that one stupid gun that came out of a loot box they can't get. Every loot box weapon, from what I hear in multiplayer, is just overpowered until like a few months afterwards when the next one comes out, and the cycle just repeats itself. So people just piss away a shitload of money to get whichever loot box gun is OP at the time. And yeah, going into DLC 4, it's going to be sad to see zombies end with a whimper, but yeah, I don't know, I've
Again, the only
Black
thing I
Ops 4.
the only thing I've seen in this game is a battle royale. I've seen like maybe 10 minutes of the multiplayer, and I haven't seen a single zombies video.
Yep, I would say solidly in D tier. It has some great moments, but it's a shame what's happened to Call of Duty at this point. There's just no turning back. Clearly, they don't care. Someone doesn't care, anyways.
And that's why our Chinese Call of Duty Online is ST. Okay.
Honestly, though, I mean, I always wanted to try it. I wanted to play Robo Zombies.
I
That
mean, I'm
actually looked
sure.
kind of fun.
I think it's like one of those awful fucking free-to-play games where you rent guns or whatever. So fuck that.
Oh, I'm sure it's riddled with
Oh,
microtransactions. But guess what?
me and Jared played Blacklight
It's free to
Retribution.
play.
Oh, I mean, a lot of things are free to play. Doesn't mean they're not shit. All right. So here's our tier list. We're about to look at the community rank. Hope it doesn't break when I click it. But here you
Hold
go.
on.
Here's what we think. Any final words
I think that
about Call
Black
of
Ops 2
Duty Legends of War or Call of Duty Mobile?
Black Ops 2 should be A tier. That's my final thoughts.
That's my final answer. All right.
Well, let's see how far off we were. Ha! That's right.
Okay, so looks like
Get
a
'em.
lot of people are Black Ops 1 number 1, then 2, then 2.
Modern Warfare 2. What? Hold on. Modern Warfare 3 is not
Yeah,
S
but
tier.
you have to realize most people jumped on Call of Duty around Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1. Like
Oh yeah.
for me it was Modern Warfare 2, but everyone at school jumped on at Black Ops 1. Like at least for me,
You know,
at least for my school. Like I jumped on it too. Like I know
when,
like the boom started with 4, but everyone
okay.
I know jumped
Okay.
on at Black
Okay.
Ops 1.
Pause everything. Excuse me. Call of Duty Ghosts is not 3 tiers above the iPod version of Call of Duty Zombies. How fucking dare you? Excuse.
Why is Okay, so World at War is A tier.
We got
I think
we got
I think
that.
that's the PS2 or Wii version. That's an
Yeah,
E tier.
I
So.
think it's the one that like didn't have zombies or something. One of them didn't have
I think
zombies.
most people, Trevor, just saw mobile game, throw it near the bottom. I think that's why
No,
these are all down here.
no, that is an egregious offense against humanity itself that I am attacked on every single level. I cannot accept this. That's ridiculous.
We should
But yeah,
show
Black
like how
Ops
many
4,
people. Okay, if
pretty
this
bad.
code is from 54, so around 54 people submitted the list. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this list since fucking Ghost is on top of C tier. And
Yeah, no,
fucking,
Ghost should not be that
I
high.
agree.
iPod Zombie should be
I
higher.
would rather play iPod Zombies than Call of Duty Ghosts. Is there anything else? It's just the overall or someone else's. Okay, this is cumulative. I guess this is everyone else's.
Yeah, it's the crowdsource stuff, which I mean, Modern Warfare.
Let's see what
is
let's see what motherfucker put Ghost in C tier. We can. Oh god damn it! Of course. Let's see what fucking Knuckles did. Good
Oh god,
website.
this is pretty good.
All right, let's click on. Probably won't work again. Let's click on
Yeah, let's
Parappa the
try it.
Rapper. Fucking broke.
Good job, Parappa.
All right, it's broke. So there you go. This video's been going on for like an hour. I think we're good. I don't agree with this cumulative either, but
No,
again, I'm sure it's most people jumping on a Black Ops 1 and just ranking these four up top.
Hmm.
And I don't know what the fuck they were smoking to give Ghost C tier.
I don't know, man. If Black Ops 2 is A tier, then I think our tier list would have been pretty right.
Well, that's just a game theory. All
This is
right.
my opinion.